So let's go into the settings. Now this is now 2 months old. Let's go and see how these battery cells are balanced now. So we'll find the right menu if I can remember where it is. So here we go. So this is, I'll say probably 2 months since I've installed these. So you can see the cells are still 3.328, 29, 28, 27, and then 3.33 here. So they're all more or less balanced, they're not far off, are they? So it's done 26 cycles since I've installed this. Temperatures are all still looking good. Capacity currently is showing at 302 amps. It's just because we're at 96% state of health. State of charge, sorry, not state of health. And then let's come back. So there we go. Battery voltage 53.26. Full capacity 314. So still going well. 2 months later. I have since installed some solar panels into my inverter, so we can go and have a look what's going on in here. So you can see the battery is communicating, it's like 97%. It's not doing anything at the moment because the solar is providing the whole house load. So since I installed this battery, I've come outside, I have built this awesome solar gazebo. If you want to see that build, then please go and look at my other YouTube videos. That's 2.16 kilowatts of panels on that gazebo. So you can do that yourself as well and get yourself some nice free electric. So people have been asking me and hounding me to have a look inside these batteries to see actually what really is inside this, because for £2,500 we did get 32 kilowatts and it does work. It definitely is 32 kilowatts, but what actually is inside? I know it's got a high sincere BMS, that's it right there, and that does have its own app, so you can download that app and look at your batteries. I'll show you that in a moment. Also, it's got Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. I'm not entirely sure what to do with that, but Bluetooth does connect to the High Sincere app. I'm not sure what I can do with the Wi-Fi. So what we're going to do, while my solar power is generating an absolute monster amount of solar, let's turn off the DC isolator, and then what we'll do is turn off the AC isolator down here, and then we're going to turn everything off, and I'm going to take the front off one of these batteries. So let's just wait for this inverter to, actually I still need to power these down first. We'll just power this one down here, and we'll flip these breaker switches as well so they're off, so we're all nice and safe. So we'll just wait for this inverter to disappear, and we're going to open up one of these batteries, have a quick look inside and see what's inside there. Come on, you can do it. Switch off. There we go, that's nice off. Now we're just going to pop the front off this battery. I'm just going to unplug it from here temporarily. Right, that's all off, all turned off. Let's open this up and let's have a look and see. Definitely get your money's worth with the amount of screws they give you. So a little bit further this way. And I'll try again. Oh. There you go, 120 kilos of batteries. Whew. There are some screws on the bottom. So are we all ready to see what's inside this battery pack? Because I'm curious now. Now I've seen that there's no just get these clips out. Try and get these cables out of the... Right, so inside, what is going on in this battery? So we've got these four, these look like the negative terminals. No, they're negative and positive terminals. So we've got these bolted down. That looks quite tidy. We've got, see if you can see in here, all of these capacitors, I think they are. Try and get that a bit better on the camera. All of these, I'm not sure what that is, you can tell me. I'm by far a noob at this, so now these are all covered. This is how it comes inside. So everything has got these connectors, and these go to the positive and negative terminals on the back of the battery. So let's have a look at these. So they're all here's all bolted down. So I'm going to pop off one of these sheets and have a look what's inside. I think we've already determined that it's not IP rated because there's no sealing whatsoever on the case, not even any rubber or nothing. It's just bare metal. So no IP rating. That's fine. It's inside. But let's have a look what's going on underneath here, so we can see the cells. I feel like they're probably better covered, to be honest. Looks like there's another set of sheets underneath this. So let's have a look. Let's have a look under here. And there is, so these are glue bonded, it looks like. So this is how the cells are all joined. So these are all bus bars, all bus barred together, aren't they? You can see. And then the second pack is joined by this cable here. Goes over to the second set, or the second row of cells. So I wasn't expecting to see these bus bars, and I wasn't expecting to see this is screwed on. This particular one is screwed. The other ones have got this, I mean that's probably got a screw underneath it, right, hasn't it? That's probably just coating of some description. Yeah, I can see the screw there, see, under there, there's a screw head. So these are glued, it looks like, as well, as screwed on. So, I mean, what's that? That's like a M6, I want to say. I'm not sure, they look quite small. But this is what's inside. Now, I don't really want to go as far as stripping this all down, because this is my battery. If I break it, I've got no battery, basically. It does look like there's a temperature sensor here on that bank, and it also looks like there's another temperature sensor here on this bank. I wanted to see if there's any fire extinguisher in here. Usually these batteries have like a little fire extinguisher bit, but I'm not seeing any fire extinguisher bits. Should we take off this other row? I think it's going to be exactly the same, but let's go in and do this one. I want to look under here as well. While I've got it apart, because I'm not going to take this apart ever again. Let's go and see what else is in here. I'd love to take these cells out actually and see what the cells say they are. They're supposed to be CALB, they're CALB branded batteries. But I mean, they're so well packed though that I'm not able to easily take this all apart. I don't do a full teardown, as I say, this is my own battery, so my own fully working battery. I don't really want to take it apart and break it. I just wanted to see really what's going on inside. So let's take this one off. Yeah, as you go, it's exactly the same. So again, with a temperature sensor here, and then one more here. I mean, it's tidy. I can't complain about the workmanship on it. It's all cable tied where it needs to be. I'm just not sure about these bus bars. Have you seen these bus bars before? Is this a good setup? Comment below if this is how it's supposed to be. I wouldn't have done it this way if I was building it, but what do I know? So yeah, you got, I really wish I could get these off just to look underneath, but I don't want to start dismantling this battery pack. If we see, I'll try and poke my fingers in here, you can see every cell is separated. They have put this yellow board stuff in between each cell, so they have done that as well. I say it's fully covered all the way around and the top. So see if we can see anything else that you might want to see. I mean, I can't see really what this is. I can't really see very well what this is either. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit and get a Capcom. So I'm now going to attempt to put this back together and hopefully it works. So this is inside the Braun Power. I'm not sure how this rates against other things that you've seen, but this is how they've done it. Try to show you as much of this inside as I can, because I'm not going to take this apart again because I don't want to break my own batteries. So let's put this all back together again and hope I don't destroy my own batteries. I mean, that could go in there or it could go in there. No, I don't know. Does that go in that one or does it go in this one? It could go here. Absolutely could go in there, and it may well go in there, but no, I don't know. And then I've got another one which probably goes here, which may go there, may go there, it may go in there. I wish I took a picture of this. Shit, that's not the right one. That just popped. Oh, that just turned itself on. What switch is that? Ground, live. Ooh! I just popped something by plugging that into there. I think I just blew that up. That must go in there though. Where else could it possibly go? Now I feel like I need to take the other one apart to double check what I've done. I may have just killed my battery, guys. I may have just killed my battery by plugging that into the wrong thing. But I'm not sure if that... What is that? That's an LED, surely. That's a switch. That's just an LED. There's 3 more connectors on there. I've only got 1 connector left. So, let's see if we can get in behind all of these cables. So that one, I think, popped. Plugs in over the back here. So you see, when I did plug this into the wrong place, into the LED strip rather than the screen, it did. This is where it sparked. It sparked the red live cable. Now I'm wondering if that's the only damage, and if I can just rewire this cable and it'll be fine. Let's have a go at that. There we go guys, back in business. So the only casualty of this battery breakdown was this LED strip. So because I accidentally plugged the power for this screen into this LED strip, it did spark and pop and blow a couple of the LEDs. I mean, I'm not that fussed about it, to be honest. I don't even come here to look at them very often. So moral of the story, take photos of the inside. I'll show you what I did if I can get back inside here. So this cable here also fits into this, where is it? That also is the same size as this connector. So if you accidentally plug that into there, it will spark. You'll blow up some of your LCDs. Let's see. Yeah, see it's blown up. See it's blown up that little row there. It's fine, I don't care. I don't mind. But anyway, hopefully you've learnt something. Let's see if we can see anything else that you might want to see in here. So that is the screen. KSLCD3 V3 2024 September. Quite old. That's the screen they're using in this. And then what cables are they using in here? I don't know what any of that means. But anyway, moral of the story, it is working again. So no panic. But just make sure if you do take one of these apart, do photograph what you're doing. And don't put it together wrong, because you'll end up with something like this.